The following is a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.
Welcome to the cruise show. I'm Carly and this is John.
Hi,
well,
there.
today we are cruising with Royal Caribbean International. Now, believe me when I say this cruise company has thought of just about everything. Some things that you would not expect to see on a cruise ship, you will find them on a Royal Caribbean International cruise ship. The activities you can get up to are just incredible, absolutely. And we have got some wonderful itineraries in store for you today, as well as some onboard credit for you to spend as well. We all like a bit of that.
Like a bit of Cooper cash.
Yes, absolutely. So make sure you're sitting comfortable with the phone handy, your pen and paper, and maybe a nice cup of tea, because for the next half an hour, we are going to be tempting you into a cruise holiday. But first of all, to tell us a little bit more about Royal Caribbean International, it's the cruise man himself, Mr. John Cooper.
Thanks so much indeed, Carly. Well, do you know, when you think of Royal Caribbean, I always think you go to their head office, and who's sitting there thinking of all these things to put on board a cruise ship? Do you know, they must think he's mad. You know, let's put an ice rink on board a cruise ship. What? You know, who'd have thought of doing that? Do you know what I mean? Let's put a rock climbing wall on a cruise ship. But the thing is, they do it, and then it works, and it's fabulous. You will have the holiday of your lifetime. They put more entertainment on these ships. They are floating holiday resorts, and they're investing in them all the time. We're going to be telling you a little bit more about the Independence of the Seas in a few moments' time, which is being done up and reinvigorated. And it's going to have a whole... And that's what they keep doing all the time, adding things in. And the only person who really benefits from it is you, because every time you go on board, there's something new. It's fabulous. Stay with us. I think we're going to be tempting you on a cruise like no other.
Yes, absolutely. And this first itinerary that we've got is just 7 nights away. So if you've never been on a cruise holiday before, this one is a great taster cruise. You get to go away, experience all the wonderful things Royal Caribbean International have got to offer, and visit some great destinations in Northern Europe as well. And this is going on board the Navigator of the Seas. So let's join John now and take a look around.
Welcome on board Royal Caribbean's Navigator of the Seas. It's a ship that's just full of fun for all the family, with theatre shows to go to, there's swimming pools, jacuzzis, casinos, there's food everywhere, and there's even an ice skating rink. So we better get our skates on. Well, let's start as we need to go on, eh? We're in the buffet, and this is the fast food section. Over there, there's absolutely wonderful things to eat, including a carvery. And I'll tell you what as well, look over this way. You're going to love it. This is all the desserts. And I've been reliably informed there are no calories at sea. Once you've stocked up with the buffet, you should have more than enough energy to explore all the activities this ship has to offer. And believe me, you'll need it. Well, to start off with, there's this, the rock climbing wall. It's nearly 40 metres above the ocean waves. Looks a lot of fun to me. And then there's this, a Royal Caribbean favourite. It's the Flow Rider. There's 60,000 gallons of water flowing past you every single minute. It's incredible. And whether you're a pro like him or you just want to give it a go, it's a lot of fun. I think I'll give it a go. What do you mean you forgot me shorts? Well, for the young or the younger heart, they even have a mini golf course on board, which is a lot of fun. I've got to admit, golf's not really my thing. It's not. I wonder if they have a 19th hole on board. Luckily they do. It's this, the Viking Crown Lounge. And I tell you what, with a selection of drinks like this and a view like this, I could relax here all day. And talking of relaxation, what about this? It's the Lido deck. There's the big screen there for the movies that you can watch while you're floating away, or you can just relax by one of the pools or in one of the jacuzzis. It's so good. And I think if you look hard enough, you'll find a sunbed with your name on it. Well, if the weather isn't playing ball, there's always here the Solarium, which is a great place to relax and enjoy life. It's also close to the Vitality Spa and also the fitness centre as well. Here you can have a massage, a beauty treatment, or maybe work off a few of those little calories that have snuck on board. So, after a daytime of fun, it's time to get changed and get ready for a nighttime of fun. Come on. Now, whatever grade of cabin that you choose, there's some things that you're going to be really impressed with. First of all, there's the amount of storage space, there's the comfy beds, there's the wonderful bathroom, but what I particularly like about this stateroom is this. It's the balcony. There's nothing like a bit of your own space on board to relax and enjoy as you cruise into all the different destinations. And once you've spruced yourself up, it's time to go and see what other surprises this ship has to offer. This is the Royal Promenade. It's the real heartbeat of the ship. This is where you can come of an evening for a relaxing glass of something before evening meal, or maybe a cup of coffee and a cake during the day. There are 6 different bars to relax and enjoy here, including Vintages, which is a wine bar. Some good stuff on there. There's duty-free shopping, and there's even, look at this, local at sea. I'll see you. Now, duty-free shopping is great for the adults, but not so great for the kids. But I know one thing that will keep them happy. But definitely not before dinner. Well, maybe just one. Talking of dinner, how about this for an evening meal venue? It's the Sapphire Restaurant. It's really true fine dining. Look at it, set over 3 different floors as well. Nearly as much for every course you're going to get, because you're not going to get 3 courses, you're going to get a 5-course evening meal. It's also open for breakfast and lunch as well. It truly is a wonderful affair. But if you don't fancy that, well, there's also the specialty dining as well. They may have a small cover charge, but they're a perfect place to enjoy a special occasion or an anniversary when you're on board. But remember, don't fill up too much, because there's still plenty more fun to be had. Here in the Starlight Lounge, you can enjoy a wealth of late-night entertainment, including bingo, live music, comedians, and even a karaoke that gets shown around the ship on a dedicated channel in all of the staterooms. But if you prefer to leave the singing to the professionals, then I've got the perfect place for you. Now, this is the rather impressive Metropolis Theatre, and as you can see, every seat's the best seat in the house. And every night there are great different West End style shows that you're just going to love, and it's all included in the price of your ticket. So, let's enjoy the show. But if you want to watch something really different at sea, then one of the ice show spectaculars in Studio B is a must-see. After having a look around the Navigator of the Seas, I think you'll find it's a fabulous place to have a holiday, no matter what kind of holiday you're looking for. If you've got kids, there's plenty for them to do. If you want an active holiday, you want to be climbing rock walls, or you want to be having a mini golf, or maybe going in the flow rider, you can do. But if you just want to relax, you can do as well. There's the wonderful food with such choice. I think it's the type of holiday that you'll love. So why not take you away on a holiday on the Navigator of the Seas? It's truly, truly good. You're going to enjoy it. Now, this is going around some great places as well. It's the last week of the school holidays in most of Britain as well. So, do you know what? Educational for the kids as well. It's going on the 26th of August from Southampton for a week. Going to cruise out of Southampton. Our first port of call, Hamburg in Germany. Second largest city in Germany, and there's so much going on here. Do you know what surprised me? How many canals there were in Hamburg? I don't know why I was surprised, but I was. And you can do little canal cruises there too. Then we're across to Oslo, the capital of Norway. And once again, when the ship pulls in here, it's right near the centre of the city, so you can just wander in. It's a very walkable city. Then across to our third country, to Belgium, to Zeebrugge, where you can go to Bruges for the day, and all the chocolate waffles and chocolate cakes and the lace and all that sort of thing. It's lovely. And then we're back into Southampton. 839 quid for an August holiday, but that's not all. That's not all. That's not good enough for me. Do you know when you used to go away on holiday when you were a kid, and your grandmother or granddad used to say, here's a couple of pounds, have an ice cream on me. I'll give you $100 to spend on board. Have a couple of bottles of wine on me. Do you know what I mean? It's £839 and you've got $100 to spend on anything you want once you get on board. It's all part of the service. Enjoy.
I'd say, ladies, get there first, get straight to the duty-free shops and get your favourite perfume.
Perfume!
Absolutely. Well, this is a wonderful cruise. As I said, if you've never cruised before, what a great way to start. 7 nights away, you get to experience all the wonderful food, the fabulous entertainment, and these wonderful destinations as well. And I'm pretty sure once you've done that, you'll be booking your next Royal Caribbean International cruise. But first of all, let's have a sail back through these details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton, heading for our first port of call, Hamburg. Explore this fashionable city, discover its rich history and its numerous museums and great shops, and maybe take a little trip to miniature wonderland as well. Then from Hamburg, we are off to Oslo, and it is a small, compact city. I did a walking tour here, and you took in so much of the city on one afternoon, and a little trip to the ice bar is great fun as well. Then from there, we are off to Zeebrugge. This is where you could go to Brussels for the day or to Bruges, and in Bruges, there is actually a chocolate museum, and there's sculptures made out of chocolate.
I couldn't have a chocolate museum. It wouldn't last. It wouldn't last.
And then from there, we're going to sail you back into Southampton. And all of that from that inside fare there of £839 per person. And we're giving you that $100 of onboard spends to spend on whatever you like. Maybe put it towards an excursion somewhere.
The chocolate museum.
To the chocolate museum, yes. That would be money well spent, I'm sure of it. Because I believe you can actually take stuff home. I think you have to pay for it, but you do.
Do you know what? They'd be following me around there. Was there some chocolate there? No.
Didn't the statue have a head?
No, there's nothing there.
Get yourself on the phone on this wonderful cruise. You could be eating lots of chocolate anytime soon. It's 0800 655 6449. And also, this falls right in that last week of the summer holidays for most areas of the country. Yeah. So get yourself on the phone and ask for the children's prices as well, and we can quote you separately for those. Well, we're going to move on to our next itinerary now, and this is a wonderful Mediterranean highlights cruise on board the Independence of the Seas. So we're going to join John again now to take a look around.
So this is the Royal Promenade. You've got everything here from a Ben & Jerry's, and you know, if you stay in that stateroom up there, you get free Ben & Jerry's ice cream all time long. And then we've got the cafe, we've got shops and entertainment. There's even a pie shop. So I'll pop in here, so if you get here and there's none, you know that's all the pies. So here we are, just arrived on board, and where are we? Well, it's the law of the sea, isn't it? Bit of rabbit food, not too much. Oh, this looks lovely. There's so much choice, isn't there? So much choice. Oh, I'll have some of that. Oh, some tomato. Oh, onion. Love a bit of onion. Look at the hams and the cheeses. Lots of meat up. If you really want to treat yourself while you're on holiday, why don't you pop into Chop's Grill? The steak and seafood here are absolutely incredible, and you'll just love it. There's tables for families or couples. It's whatever you want, but I know one thing you will want. You'll want a really juicy steak, and you'll get one. When it comes to accommodation, there's lots to choose from. Now this is the Royal Suite, and I can't promise you that all rooms are going to be like this, with things like their own bar, their own, well, lounge area that's bigger than my lounge at home, bedroom through there with ensuite, of course, and a grand piano. Yeah, I just can't believe it. This is just fantastic.
John, do you know the piano's on my foot?
You hum it, I'll play it. Well, if you're staying in the Royal Suite and you're wondering, is there going to be enough space to hang all my clothes? Well, this is the walk-in wardrobe. I mean to say, there's enough for all my stuff here, and a couple of guests as well. When you've had a hard day at the water park and you're a bit hot and bothered, what's the best thing you can actually do? Well, how about coming to one of these sprinkles? The thing is, it's ice cream and you help yourself and it's free. Now that's dangerous. I'll be back in a while for more. Well, you've caught me. I'm in the solarium area, just relaxing and taking it in and checking the compass to find out what's to do on the ship. And there's so much to do. Do you know what? With so much to do, I think I'll just be busy doing nothing. But that's what cruise holidays are about. Your way, especially on the independence of the seas. Well, everybody's got the 15 minutes worth in them, haven't they? And this is your chance as well. It's the on-air studio. It's a karaoke lounge and it gets seen around the ship. My chance. Do you know, I'd love to have been a fly on the wall in the room when someone at Royal Caribbean International's HQ suggested they put an ice rink on a ship. Well, obviously that wouldn't work. Well, maybe it would. Now, the thing is, you can learn to skate here, or you can just sit back and watch the shows on ice. It's spectacular. So here we are on the Independence of the Seas. It is one of the biggest, funnest ships to sail out of the UK. Well, it's full. It has just over 3,500 people on board. But you know what? You wouldn't know that by the space around the decks. Do you know there's 22 different bars and places to mingle of an evening? It's like a floating holiday resort. Yes, there are hot tubs, there's swimming pools, there's the movies which you can see, there's jogging tracks, there's mini golf, there's the flow rider, there's the theatre. Need I say more? There is so much going on, and the food is incredible as well, from the Windjammer to the main restaurant, which is like a fine dining experience in itself. Do you know, when you think what's involved in a Royal Caribbean International holiday, and you look at the Independence of the Seas, it's a holiday you should really think about taking. I love it, and I think you will do too. And she's being revitalised. We'll tell you more about that in a few minutes' time. But this is the Mediterranean highlights, going on the 22nd of September for 14 nights. We're going to cruise out from Southampton, and our first port of call is Gibraltar, Southampton. We're cruising out of Southampton to Gibraltar, the rock itself, a little bit of Britain on the cusp of the Mediterranean. The Burberry apes there, duty-free. Do all your duty-free shopping there. That's going to be great. Then we're off across the Mediterranean to Villa France. This is where you go to Nice for the day, or maybe Monaco. Walk around the old Grand Prix circuit, absolutely fabulous. Then we're in to Civitavecchia. This is the port where you can go to Rome for the day. Go and maybe see the Vatican. Big tip here, if you're going to go to the Vatican, go first thing in the morning before the queues build up. Livorno next then, that's our next stop in Italy. That's where you go to Florence, or maybe the Leaning Tower of Pisa. And have a pizza in Pisa. Yeah. Then we're off to Toulon in the south of France. We've got one of those little touristy trains that take you around to the beaches and also to the market there. The market is absolutely fabulous there first thing of the morning. Then Barcelona, you're going to love Barcelona. There's so much to see and do. Maybe go to the Nou Camp Stadium, or go to the Olympic Stadium, go to the Sacred Familia Church. Then right across the Mediterranean again and through to Lisbon, the capital of Portugal. And do you know what? I love Lisbon. I'd get the hop-on, hop-off tour bus around there, get yourself around. Then Vigo. Oh, do you know what I did when I was in Vigo? We went on the little boats. We went around all the mussel beds, and then we did wine tasting with hot mussels. Oh, it was gorgeous. You'll love it. You really will. And then we're back into Southampton. This is fabulous. 1599. 1599. Plus, once again, I'm going to get the Cooper cash out for you. Yeah, going to raid the piggy bank. $100 to spend on board. Just for you on anything you like. You can waste it on perfume if you want. Or, of course, you can go and have yourself a nice bottle of wine or two, or maybe an excursion. It's up to you. But whatever you'll do, I know you're going to enjoy it.
Yes, you really will. And while you're not in these wonderful destinations, you can be making the most of all the fabulous things on board the ship, the spa, all those wonderful facilities that you've got there. And just to let you know something fabulous, Royal Caribbean International actually won an award for their onboard activities recently. So it just goes to show, while you're sailing away at sea, you can be involved in so many different things going on and watch some fantastic shows as well. You are definitely not going to have time to get bored. Let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton, heading for our first port of call, Gibraltar, the duty-free port. I'd recommend a trip inside the rocks caves. They are absolutely fascinating. Then from there, we are off to Villa, France. This is where you could soak up the glamour in Cannes, or visit Nice or Monte Carlo, and as John mentioned, you could even walk the F1 circuit, which is wonderful. Our next port of call then will be Civitavecchia. This way you could head to Rome for the day and see what this amazing city has got to offer. Try and get to the Vatican early there and try and see if you can spot a gladiator at the Colosseum. Then from there we are off to Livorno. This is where you could head to the romantic capital of Italy, Florence, or maybe visit the Leaning Tower in Pisa, or even do a tour that does both. And then our next port of call will be Toulon. Head to the fascinating old quarter or take the fun tourist train around, and you can even take a cable car up La Faron mountain for beautiful views. Then we'll arrive into Barcelona. The hop-on, hop-off bus is a great way to see all the sights here. Before we arrive into Lisbon, Portugal's capital, head to the main square in Lisbon and you can try the custard cake, the local Portuguese custard cake. It's delicious. And then our final port of call will be Vigo. Perhaps enjoy some fresh fish while you're in this wonderful fishing port. And then we'll sail you back into Southampton, and those fares there from £1,599 per person with your $100 of onboard credit. What are you waiting for? Get yourself on the phone. It's 0800 655 6449. Well, we're going to move on now to our next itinerary, and we are taking you around the lovely Canary Islands, and we're back on board the Independence of the Seas. And as John mentioned, she's going in for a revitalisation, so there's lots of new things on board. So let's have a little look, shall we?
Yeah, going to have lots of new things on, including new dining options, including the teppanyaki. They've also got the new water slides as well, of fish and chips, but the ship's actually called fish and ships. Sugar Beach is being added on as well. That's going to be lovely. Do you know what? I've experienced some of these things. I did an experience day, love. They've got tag on there as well.
Oh, with laser tag.
Laser tag, it's absolutely incredible. A new sports bar, which is absolutely lovely. Got all the football on and all that. It's an all brand new look Independence of the Seas, and you are going to love the whole experience of it. Do you know, I've been on board before and I loved it, and I'm going to be on board when she first comes out on her first cruise, and I'm so looking forward to it. It's a Join John cruise. Absolutely lovely. I mean, look. There's all the shopping opportunities, and there's so much more besides. You're going to love the whole thing. This is a Canaries adventure going on the 6th of October for 14 nights. We're going to cruise out from Southampton. Vigo is our first port of call. And where the ship pulls in Vigo, it's right in the heart of the city centre. You walk out of the cruise terminal and you're in a shopping complex. It's incredible. You're going to love it. The white wines there are gorgeous. Then we're into Lisbon. You know, you're going to sail under the April the 25th bridge, which is a bit like the Golden Gate Bridge. It really is. And they'll pass the statue of Christ the Redeemer. So you feel as though you're in Rio de Janeiro all of a sudden. Then we're into Cadiz. What a great city this is. You can go to Seville for the day there as well. See the dancing horses. Then we are up into the Canary Islands. Lanzarote. Arrecife, the Blue Lagoon there is incredible. And then, of course, there's the National Park as well, which is absolutely gorgeous too. Then Gran Canaria. Las Palmas is absolutely fabulous. But then you go to the beaches, maybe like here in Porto Morgana, which is absolutely gorgeous. Maybe the dunes at Maspalomas. Tenerife. Santa Cruz de Tenerife, which is lovely, the capital. And then from there, you go to Mount Tidi, the highest point in Spain. Maybe go to the Loro Park. That's gorgeous as well. Then we're across to La Palma, one of the smallest of the Canary Islands. And the whole island is a national park. It's green and lush and lovely. Then Madeira, they call it the Garden Island because it's forever springtime there. You're really going to enjoy that. And then finally, we're into La Coruña in Spain. You go to Santiago de Compostela for the day and enjoy that there too. And all that for just 1,645 quid. And I'm going to give you that $100 worth of onboard credit to spend. Enjoy.
Yes, I think you will enjoy these wonderful destinations and get that summer sunshine lasting that little bit longer into October. Why not, hey? Let's have a little sail back through those details. So we're going to be sailing you out from Southampton, heading for our first port of call, Vigo. Maybe try a Segway tour while you're in Vigo for something a bit different. Before we arrive into Lisbon, and the sail into Lisbon is brilliant. You can see so many of the highlights of the city. And if you stroll along the promenade, you'll get to the Tower of Hercules. Then we're off to Cadiz for Seville, the enchanting city of Seville. It's got leafy parks, mosaic paved riverside promenades and winding medieval streets. Just beautiful. Our next port of call then will be Lanzarote. This way you can head to Timofaya National Park and see moonlight volcanic views. Before we arrive into our next port of call, Gran Canaria. Absolutely beautiful. Maybe try a 4x4 adventure here or a trip to the water park for something a little bit different. Then our next port of call from there will be Tenerife, one of the largest of the Canary Islands. The cruise port, Santa Cruz, has got everything from classy bars to interesting museums and restaurants. Then we'll arrive into La Palma. We've gone from the biggest island to one of the smallest, so easily explored on foot, and just a 5-minute stroll from the cruise port will take you to the Old Quarter. And then from La Palma, we're into Madeira, beautiful garden island. Head up the top there of the mountain there and do the toboggan ride back down. It's a lot of fun. And our final port will be La Coruña, steeped in history and offering mouth-watering seafood before you sail back in to Southampton. Get yourself on the phone on this lovely cruise, but it's now time for our quick pick.
Well, we start off this time on the Independence of the Seas, going around the Canary Islands on the 8th of September this year for 14 nights. It's from Southampton to Vigo in Spain, Lisbon in Portugal, then we're into Cadiz, where you go to Seville for the day. Lanzarote awaits us, then Las Palmas in Gran Canaria, Tenerife, La Palma, and then to Funchal in Madeira, before we finally come to La Coruña in Spain and back into Southampton. 1,399 quid for a 14-night cruise on the 8th of September. And then the Navigator of the Seas going around the Italian Mediterranean on the 16th of September for 14 nights. From Southampton to Gibraltar, then we're into Nice for Villa France, Civitavecchia for Rome, then to Livorno in Italy, Genoa in Italy, and then into Malaga on the Costa del Sol, Lisbon, and back into Southampton. 1099 for a 14-night holiday. If that's yours, 0800 655 6449. Get yourself involved, my friends. You don't want to lose out. And then finally, we're with the Navigator of the Seas going around the Mediterranean beaches on the 2nd of September for 14 nights. From Southampton to Gibraltar, Villa France for Nice, Ajaccio in Corsica, Palma de Mallorca, where we're going to overnight in port, so you get 2 days in Mallorca, then Malaga on the Costa del Sol, Cadiz for Seville, then back into Southampton. 1199 for 14 nights, full board with Royal Caribbean International. If you want this or them, give us a call on the number below.
Well, we have shown you just a handful of the wonderful itineraries Royal Caribbean International have got on offer. To find out more, have a little look on the website, visioncruise.co.uk. Yeah. And just think of all those wonderful activities on board. You could be enjoying all of them. Get yourself on the phone. But for myself and John, we'll see you next time.
Yeah, carry on cruising. See you soon.
You've been watching a commercial presentation on behalf of Vision Cruise.